And we know another spot that we've been covering today and really focused on, not just today, yesterday as well, was the city of Noblesville.
That's right. Hamilton County under a state of emergency right now, and Noblesville city leaders actually gave an update earlier today about where they stand, what you can do if you need help, and we certainly want to share that entire thing with you now. So take a listen.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning for one more minute, and welcome to America's hometown. I appreciate you coming and talking with us here today. It has been an incredible, quite frankly, historic 48 hours in this community. I'm joined today by City Council President Mike Davis, City Council Vice President Aaron Smith, Chief of Police Brad Arnold, Chief of Fire Matt Mitchell, and Deputy Mayors Sarah Reed and Matt Light. Again, we have not seen this flooding level since 1913. It's been 113 years since we've seen this record level setting flooding. I want to thank our partners at Hamilton County Emergency Management who've helped us coordinate this effort here today. While this morning it was raining a bit, I want to reassure our residents and those around the community that the White River has crested. While the rain is not helpful, it will not be adding to the overall total, so we're not concerned about the downtown square area, for example, or additional communities becoming flooding. In the last 24 hours, we have helped voluntarily evacuate 170 individuals in our community, 5 dogs and 1 groundhog who was perched atop a monument sign in our community. Once again, we take everything seriously in Noblesville. We are focused heavily in the Riverwood area, which is actually outside of Noblesville city limits, but just north of the community. And we still have public safety jurisdiction for that area, and we'll be focused on working with residents there. We're also focused heavily here in Federal Hill Commons, which is behind, actually directly in front of me, is a floodplain. It is designed to be a floodplain. There is a multi-family facility in that space that has been activated in terms of the flood operations there. Floodgates are up. Individuals there have been voluntarily evacuated if they'd like to. Power has been shut off to that building temporarily as per our flood management plan. We're also heavily focused working with our friends over at Riverwalk Village, which is an assisted living community, making sure that we can evacuate the individuals who live there as well, and also in our Southwest Quad neighborhood. Again, all voluntary evacuations, and appreciate all those friends and neighbors who have come alongside us to assist us with that effort. There have been a lot of questions around the water and wastewater systems here in our community. You may know our wastewater treatment plant is adjacent to the river. At this time, it is fully functional while there's flood waters in and around the treatment plant. No water is contaminated. No waters have breached the tanks that are out there, and we don't intend that to happen. So our water and stormwater systems is all systems go and zero contamination into our water. Drinking waters, we have partners in Indiana American Water and Citizens Energy Group who manage that. I spoke with both of them this morning. I can tell you they are obviously, their systems are being challenged at this time. They're urging folks to please use water carefully in the next couple hours to make sure that we can maintain that system. But Citizens and Indiana American are all hands on deck to continue to provide safe drinking water to all those who live in our community. We have many power outages in the city of Noblesville. Duke is reporting nearly 475 residential and commercial units that are without power at this time. Obviously, with those evacuations, with loss of power, with the weather conditions that we have here, we have been working directly with some main partners to provide housing for those that have been relocated, mainly our friends at Good Samaritan Network, our own internal Noble Act program, which is our proactive paramedicine program, as well as our township trustee office here in Noblesville to find safe shelter for those that need it in the coming days. We are continuing to sandbag in highest hit areas, and I want to report that sandbags are currently being put together and distributed from the Household Hazardous Waste Center there on Pleasant Street. If folks need to get sandbags, they can travel over to the Household Hazardous Waste Center, which is just to the west of the fairgrounds there on Pleasant Street. Speaking of the fairgrounds, our partners at the Indiana Red Cross and the American Red Cross will be setting up a station there at the county fairgrounds on Pleasant Street starting at 1 o'clock. They will be there to come alongside all of our emergency operations systems to keep people safe and provide safe shelter and clothing and food for those vulnerable in our community. I'll end by simply saying that the best advice we can give to residents today is to stay home if possible. We know that may not be possible, and there are many roads that are very passable throughout our community, but there are many roads that are not. If roads are closed, we are serious. That road is closed. Stay off that road, stay out of the water. As you can see behind me, this is very fast moving water and can be very dangerous and quite frankly can be deadly. Many people have asked how they can help. Every 5 seconds I get a text message asking from Hoosiers across the state, asking how they can help. We have streamlined that in the city of Noblesville to work with 3 private nonprofit partners. If individuals are looking to give financially, they can visit the Hamilton County Community Foundation, which has set up a fund directly for support of individuals in our community. Our friends at Good Samaritan Network will start on Monday collecting donation items. So if you or your faith-based community or your business want to collect cleaning supplies, cleanup supplies, etc., you can donate that starting Monday to our friends at Good Samaritan Network. They would be happy to help you with that. I know many faith-based communities across our city are also collecting items as well. And then finally, I really want to thank our friends at Serve Village, which is the volunteer organization here in our community. They are going to be a one-stop shop for volunteers. So many people want to feel helpless today in our community. They want to help out immediately. The best thing you can do right now is stay home and let us get our job done. The second thing you can do is to go to Serve Village and sign up as a volunteer. In the past 12 hours since we stood up that program, we've seen over 400 people sign up to volunteer in our community. And in the coming days, we will activate that core of individuals to get them across the community, helping with cleanup and helping give a hand up to those in need. I also want to thank our friends at Noblesville Schools who have been in constant contact with us as we continue to manage through this. They are oftentimes the front door to vulnerable kids in our community, and they have been an incredible partner with us as well. Again, America's hometown will come out of this ahead. We will stand beside our friends and neighbors. We will lift each other up, and that's what we're doing here today, and that's why Noblesville, Indiana is America's hometown. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have.
Any updates on the historic Potter's Bridge?
Sure. Potter's Bridge is just north of the area we're standing right here. It's a county park. Water was up to the bridge in the last several hours, but she, as she has done for generations, stays strong at this time. But we're closely monitoring that hugely historic asset in our community.
Is there anything that you don't think you can account for? You said the river is not going to crest, but we also can't predict the next 48 to 72 hours. Is there anything that you think you may be missing in terms of the estimation of where it's going to crest?
Yeah, I appreciate that question. Are we missing anything? We have trained, we have planned, and we're now executing on our plans that we work on all the time. We're constantly asking questions cross-agency, making sure the county knows where we are at. We're working with our friends at the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, and now closely working with our friends in Carmel and Fishers as this water heads downstream. Again, Mother Nature is incredibly unpredictable. I said I wish we had better notes from 1913 on how they handled that. But we'll continue to document, ask questions, and be prepared. And one of our jobs on the back end of this, to your question, is to make sure that we are documenting anything and everything we are doing so future generations have better note-taking in order to handle a flood in the future.
There were 4 kids, one of which didn't come up in Delaware County,
Yeah.
that jumped off the Iron Bridge into the Mississinawa. I mean, kids are curious.
Yeah.
People think they're, waterproof.
Bulletproof.
Yeah, I mean, what are your suggestions and what are your thoughts for kids that think this water may be cool?
Yeah, well, first of all, our hearts go out to those folks up there. The incredible loss up in Cambridge City and Muncie areas, or Yorktown area is unbelievable. I'm a father of teenagers and 4 kids myself. And parents, we need you to parent today. We need you to remind your kids that this is not safe. This is not fun. This is not a game. This can take your life. We will be there to save you. We would like to not. We have other things we've got to focus on, so you've got to keep your kids away from this water, keep yourself from this water, have personal accountability. That is huge. Be aware of your surroundings and what actions you are taking. Are you making the situation better or are you making it worse? We have to ask ourselves that question. Additional.
Could you just the numbers you said off top, how many that you've rescued in the water?
Sure. 170 individuals have been voluntarily evacuated within our community. 5 dogs, 1 groundhog. I can tell you, not this past evening, but Thursday going into Friday, we are using quite a bit of our drone system, which we're using right now to survey damage. Incredibly helpful to have that technology. We were able to rescue 4 stranded vehicles overnight Thursday into Friday. But again, we're trying to not get to that point of stranded vehicles. We'd like for you just to not enter the water, but we have incredible technology today that can help us see what areas we're going into, because we got to keep our first responders, who I cannot say enough about. We got to keep them safe as well. We got to keep them rested. We got to make sure we have fresh bodies on the scene to make sure that we are taking care of folks. But I'm proud of the fact that we had no fatalities and very minimal, if any, injuries to report at this time.
There will be people that will try to come alongside some of the honest contractors that try to help people get back on their feet. Any response to people that aren't on the up and up, that try to come into your community and take advantage of people who just need their property fixed?
Well, I can tell you, whether it be crime or issues like this, bad actors have no place in Hamilton County. I can tell you our Hamilton County prosecutor, Josh Coker, and his team, the judges that are there, will not accept that. The Noblesville Police Department will be on them, and we will make sure bad actors get out of this community. I would just ask the residents to take your time vetting contractors. Feel free to give us a call at City Hall. We can help answer some questions for you. We want to make sure that you are safe now, but that you are financially protected and your assets going forward. That's a huge job of ours as well.
Is there a timeline? Do you have any idea how long it could take to get things back to normal?
Yeah, I think we're looking at weeks here, right? I mean, I think we'll have some pretty decent purview of the landscape by early next week. Once the river starts going down, which it's going right now, we'll get some pretty good clearing here even in the next 24 hours, and we can start in right away. But to get back to normal, you see permanent structures here that are filled with water that are not used to being filled with water. You see cars floating in the river behind me. That's going to take some time. So I think we're going to need some patience here amongst the community, but we're probably talking days and weeks to get this done.
And how high is the river right now?
So it crested earlier this morning at 24.6 feet. The previous record was 23.8 feet.
24.6?
Correct.
And previous record was?
23.8. Additional questions at this time? Thank you. Please stay tuned to our social media accounts. We'll be continue to get the word out. We appreciate you covering it and appreciate everyone staying safe in America's hometown today. And thanks to this team behind me.
All right, you just heard there from Mayor Chris Jensen, Mayor of Noblesville there. A lot of stern words you would hear in that presser, but it's not to scare anyone. It's to protect everyone in this city.
Yeah, keep everyone safe. And obviously they said they had 170 evacuations, some rescues of dogs and a groundhog, which I found interesting as well. Yes. And then of course the county fairgrounds, if you need help, that's the place to go in Hamilton County.